Okay, so we're here at NTT Upgrade 2023 and sitting down with Bill. Bill, welcome to the Experience Center video podcast.
Thank you. It's an awesome facility and I appreciate the opportunity.
Same. We're excited to have some time with you today to understand how the smart platform is here and represented during Upgrade in the NTT Experience Center.
The Experience Center is an awesome facility. The way it's set up today is helping to showcase a lot of capabilities across all of NTT, and we appreciate the opportunity to be one included in that set of capabilities we have across the whole organization.
Oh, for sure. For our audience, could you introduce SMART and give a little context as well for the booths that are here?
The Smart Management Platform and the Smart Solutions are a set of outcome-based results and software that was created under the guise of NTT Holdings at the time to start with how to find ways to take all the different data components that are coming from all over the place anymore and make something smart out of it. So how can you do some analytics around it to take all these multiple variant data sources and start to give insights across various organizations? It started in a city environment with the city of Las Vegas and has expanded to other cities, but it really goes across a whole gamut of industries now. We do things in venue space with the Indy Racing Series as well as the Indy Motor Speedway. We do things at campuses, things at retail banking centers as well, all globally as it goes, but it's really to take that data aspect that's coming all over from sensors everywhere and look at outcome results that help drive a business.
So are there some good examples that you can highlight of how this comes to life?
Sure. So for Indy Motor Speedway, for example, what we're helping them with is at the speedway itself, how to help the fans get in better, faster to the event. So as they come in, it's a lot of crowd, there's security you have to go through, you have to show your ticket, you go through that whole process, but we use real-time analytics and predictive analytics to start to help them say, well, if I get there in 20 minutes, which is the fastest gate for me to get in? Because I really want to get in. I don't want to spend my time standing in a line. And we give that to them through an IMS, an Indy Motor Speedway app, that they can see where they're going to get in. It also helps the operations staff at the Motor Speedway to know where they should put their resources, because right now most venues are still strapped with resources to help manage people getting in and the whole facility, so they know where to put them so they can help make the fan experience better. There's other examples around public safety for traffic or for usage in a park that we do in Las Vegas of what facilities are being used or not being used, so they know what to replace and update to help the citizens have a better experience, and the city also know that they're providing this to the citizen and also in a safe environment.
It sounds like there are many use cases where you can help guide population flows of people, whether it's in public, or are there other examples that maybe not necessarily in cities or venues, but for example, things. I understand we have a sustainability offering.
Right, and that's actually, there's these object related, which is one side, but the other is around a new offering around truth and sustainability, we call it, that is to help organizations, and think of it as sustainability of a building. And everybody's talking about sustainability, and there's three main factors of it. But if you start to look at just a carbon footprint of a building, we do this at our Sunnyvale facility now, where we look and say, what are the energy usage components coming in? How can we help measure and track and report on it so they can start to make decisions off of it to say, maybe we aren't using one of the office spaces or a section of the building. Do we even need to go clean up trash there? Do we even need to additional heating into that area or not? So we've been doing it in our facilities internally, and we're starting to do it at customer sites now. One is in the Boston area. We have a mixed-use retail and living conditions for apartment complex. to help them understand what's the usage of the facility with the energy components, what's their carbon footprint, so they can start to measure what's going on, because then they can start to manage how to make improvements. So it's all aspects of assets that are related to sustainability, and that's what our system helps allow to go. And it helps with, there's things called Scope 1, Scope 2 reporting on it. We can help now facilitate that process as well.
Wow, that's incredible. So it sounds like there are many opportunities. The art of the possible is pretty endless. I'm curious for our customers and for our salespeople in the audience, if there's a place to get started or a team that might be beginning to conversations about smart?
Absolutely. We have almost a product company inside of the NTT family, NTT Data Inc. now, from the global organization, the Smart Solutions and the Smart Management Platform team. One of the leads with Bennett Indart, and what we have a development team and we have a go-to-market team that we can help anybody with their questions. We have a website that goes, we have case studies, we have a YouTube channel. All of these are available to help start that conversation, because most times a customer, and even our sellers, when they go into a customer, the customer doesn't know where to start. They say they have all this data, they have everything flowing, but where do I start? Better start somewhere, because the more you analyze, the harder it is to get started. And our solution can grow with them and help them start to adapt it across the rest of the organization with real results and business results. So it's the Smart Solutions team housed within the NTT Data Services team in North America. We have team members globally across each region of the globe and all of parts of NTT.
To better understand a little bit about what smart is from a product perspective, what is it exactly? What is it, a product? Is it an architecture? Is it a team of data scientists?
It's in the new term of NTT Data Inc., which is called a global asset. It's a software product, which is usually how the NTT family and sellers are, where our connections are. That software that can be on edge, it can be on a core data center that analyzes the data that comes in, normalizes it, and then gives the analytics. There's a team behind it that builds the product and helps deploy it, but it is a software product that's licensed and sold to our customers and really focuses on outcome-based results for business direction. We're the team that can help do those deployments and help the selling process as well.
So this is really a question for our internal audience. When it comes to the services opportunity, are there consulting or services engagements that you could imagine with leveraging this software?
That's why we build it, so that we can get it to market. It usually starts with a consulting engagement that talks to the customer, because many of the NTT connections typically are with the IT organization, and now we need to go to the business organization. And there's that consultative nature, and all parts of NTT have been expanding into that area. So that consultative discussion about how to solve a business problem, we start there, and then once it becomes, okay, now that I agree there's a business issue to solve, how do I go about it? That's where the technology comes in, and how can you start slow and grow? That's our process.
So going back to the question of how the engagements really work, or how you like to work with our sales and facing organizations, it sounds like there's a starting point that's quite consultative, particularly with business stakeholders. Are there certain teams that you specifically are interested in speaking to, that you'd like our folks to reach out to you when they're in dialogue with these business teams?
Yes. So the business teams that we've started on the front end with have been around consulting organizations, CDTS and NTT Data Services, some of the new ventures and innovation team in the NTT Limited world. Those groups are typically the ones that have that first level of discussion, and then they find that there's a need, a business solution. Other selling organizations in many of the industries start to get asked, what is the innovation that can come with all this data that they have in whatever the industry is? And that's where they tend to reach out to our team and get started on, how do I go about doing this? What's the right way to go about it? And we can guide that process. We have an expert service Center of Excellence team that can help them through that process with questions and answers, documents, to get that conversation going. And then we can drive that further with them to get beyond the consultative side to say, how do we get results? And that's where our team gets engaged all through that process, but we can guide that for them given the experience we've seen over the last 3 years.
I see the natural fit with the consulting and digital transformation team. You mentioned new ventures and innovation and touched briefly on edge and IoT. Could you share a bit more about that much bigger opportunity in general?
There's a big push for everybody in the industry to go to edge-based computing. Our solution is set up to leverage that. But the edge-based computing is the IT side. The IoT is the data gathering of information. Why do you need it? What is your objective? That's where we get in to help pull that further. The more we can get customers to say, this is the business issue I'm solving, then it says, what's the way to use it? How do I do that? That's where all of the things from the new ventures and innovation team come in, other consulting, data center components. It fits the rest of the NTT offerings and capabilities, but the question always is, why do I need it? Why do I need to change something? There's usually a business issue, and that's why the consultative side goes. And once we get a customer to say that you're solving my business issue, then we can say, here's all the other things you need to do to add on to enable that technology you need, the services you need, right through to managed service operations that can be used for the customer, which is the continuous revenue that we all want to push for from an organization inside NTT.
So it sounds like the SMART is the glue that brings it all together, or the last mile to add value.
The word glue is really a good part. That's the plan for the Global Asset Program overall, to be the glue between the different organizations, and why we've been bringing NTT Data and NTT Limited together. We need those business solutions to then pull those offerings all together and give the customer a reason to do it. And that's the fit where NTT Smart Solutions is one of those components that does it. The Smart Management Platform is a natural fit to do that activity.
Well, Bill, it sounds like SMART is really important for most of our customers and engagements. We look forward to featuring you in our agendas, and it's been in the Experience Center. It's been great to have you.
Thank you, Megan. Appreciate the time, and we're excited to be part of the Experience Center and can't wait to be continued on the agenda and in the discussions for our customers and for our sellers.
Thank you, Bill. It's been a great conversation here today with Bill about the SMART platform and its integral role in NTT Data Inc.'s solutions. We hope you enjoyed this interview. We look forward to seeing your comments on social. Please share and let us know what you think. The best place to post your comments and insights about our podcast is LinkedIn. Look for us at NTT.